A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
And 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Love going to give this one to Jones. And some room to roam now. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
First down, Green Bay.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. This is Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Love, they go play action now. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, but now it'll be third down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Complete.
Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Vikings nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
First and 10. McDonald. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
To Dalvin Cook.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
From the gun on third down. McDonald. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are set.
Yard, and it's second down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's McDonald. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Give him 7 on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first down, McDonald. Trying to improvise. And he'll go out of bounds. Scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On on second down. Cook. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 33. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
The gain of 6 brings up third.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
At the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, McDonald. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Parker the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
To throw again, McDonald. And that's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, McDonald. Escaping the pressure. They can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zadarius Smith drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
I mean, people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
First down, Packers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a second down throw for Love here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Running on first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple. And it's second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. He holds it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Packers 14, Vikings 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. To throw on third down, McDonald. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McDonald. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. McDonald. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And it'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
McDonald sets to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, McDonald. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, McDonald. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, McDonald. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Throwing on 1st down, McDonald. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To throw on 2nd down, McDonald. Throw left side complete. That's Bell.
McDonald's pass.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going deep here for Parker. That will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Take it in at the 22. And he'll be out right at the 35. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right up.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there.
Right, baby. It's all
touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
A sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. To throw again. McDonald looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
That's kind of spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, McDonald. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Bell. Not much there, only a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, McDonald. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Bell. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, McDonald, and his throw is going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. He's taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, McDonald. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Operating from the gun, McDonald. It's intercepted at the goal quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Unofficially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
In the dark, my dimension in the dark. We did that one like a fart. I'm gonna go just like a fart.
Again, it's Jones.
I don't think
He's taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Play fake. Here's Love. And they work this well field across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
1st down, Love to pass. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And a Packer 1st down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Working out of the gun. Love. It's caught left side by John Brown. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To the air again, Love. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a...
I got Jelly Rams. I ain't heard shit from him all game. Fuck the defense up real quick.
Off the play fake, Love.
Ooh,
Heavy traffic and it's intercepted.
good pass.
It's all down near the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll go again with Bell. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
We definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, McDonald. Finds Taylor, that's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have run neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's third down.
There defensively.
In the face.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
When they get off the field on third down, an excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And we got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, McDonald. Rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
What we got going on?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. This is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points in the game?
No, what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Green Bay, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so.
Ain't no way I can say, ain't no way I'm ever gonna go out. Man, I can't go out, no way I'm gonna go out. I just grip on her ass and I show her. I sit like a champ and I wait on her. I just whip up a new Chanel pattern, got whip it up bricks and I don't break the door. Run that whole top floor, so hold up. 100 racks and 1, 2 bucks to flood out.